Hey, Rebecca Plant here. I've just had, next to me is Catherine Clark, who's the CEO of Netball Queensland. We have just had her speaking to small to medium business owners at the Business League. One of the points that she's done loads of things. Catherine, what have you done in the last 2 years?
At Netball Queensland, we've done governance reform, we've done commercialisation, we've done two premiership titles, so yeah, busy time.
You've also attracted a $40 million new facility, and sponsorship level's gone through the roof in terms of the ability to attract through some work that you've done. So in terms of business, very impressive. One of the things that Catherine talked about this morning that really struck me was this whole idea of culture eats strategy. So there was a number of ideas that you talked about in terms of what you've needed to do to bring everyone into line through influencing and not controlling them. But one of the really big things I wanted you to just share with our audience now is this whole idea of culture eats strategy. So what do you actually mean by that?
What I mean by culture eats strategy is that you can have all the plans in the world, you can have data, but unless you're able to implement or action that plan, they're pretty useless. They sit on the table and gather dust. So I shared this morning with the audience one of my defining moments at Netball Queensland, which was walking in my first week of the job, and out the front of our headquarters there's these planter boxes and gardens that lead up the staircase to our big logos that are right there to be seen from the roadside. And unfortunately someone had dropped rubbish in the front yard, and there were a couple of beer bottles and a couple of soft drink bottles. So first week, and I walked past and it irritates me, I can't walk past it. One of my philosophies is what you walk past is what you're willing to accept. That becomes the standard. So I put my briefcase down and I picked up the beer bottles and I was walking up with them, holding them in my arms. And one of my staff members drove into the car park and was asking me what I was doing as the CEO, taking the rubbish up. And I just looked at her and said, well, why wouldn't I? There's rubbish at the front of our building, right next to our logos. This is who we are, this is what we stand for. And if not me, who? I wouldn't expect you to do it if I'm not willing to do it.
So amazing lesson there in terms of role modelling. So people often say, well, how do you lead by example? What does it actually mean? And in this particular occasion, it means starting from scratch and doing that small thing that you expect. So if there's one thing that I took away from today, it's what's your toilet roll, and that's that. What is that indicator of what you'll accept? So I'm going to leave you on that teaser. Actually, if you want to know more information, you're going to have to go and look up Netball Queensland. You're going to have to research Catherine Clark, look up Firebirds Queensland, support them, and I think you'll get to see a lot more and hear a lot more of Catherine Clark from her leadership. But what's your toilet roll? I'm going to leave you with that. Catherine Clark. Our group loved your conversation this morning. I've loved our conversations in the lead up to this. And if you've got anything else you'd like to know about leadership or culture development, the way it's working with Netball Queensland now, please get in touch with us, and if it's and we can put you in touch with the right person. If you're also listening to this conversation and you saw our Facebook Live earlier as well, and you're thinking, oh my gosh, that sounds so amazing, I wish I was there, then go to thebusinessleague.com.au and look up our next event here at Bond University or Parkwood International, and join us on the first Wednesday or the third Tuesday of the month. Catherine, you're a legend.
Thank you.
See ya.
Bye.